To find out more about Arthur's father, Thomas Paxman, Jeremy searches the census at Bradford Local Studies Library, helped by librarian Carol Greenwood.
Hello. I wonder if you can help me. I found my family in the 1891 and 1881 censuses,
Right.
but you have the records here going back to 1851, don't you?
Census, yes,
Census,
we do.
yeah.
Yes. Would you like to look at them?
Please, yes.
Come down here.
Thank you.
What do you know about the family? You'll need...
I know the name. That was the start,
that's
isn't it?
fine. Yeah, that's the beginning.
So it's Paxman. So 186. What's this?
So we've got
18...
surname index.
Right. Excellent. Good.
In 1861, Jeremy's great-grandfather, Thomas Paxman, was a young boy of 6, living on Abramgate, an unhealthy street in central Bradford.
This is really dense housing, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Was each of these places...
Each of these little squares is a house.
Is a house. But were they single-family occupancy, or were they...
Sometimes some of these houses had cellars. We believe that people were actually living in cellars at that time. We have maps from the 1950s which show the houses were still here, but the suspicion is that the houses were pulled down to make way for the library development.
So we parked the car where my
I think you did.
where my ancestor used to live.
Uh-huh.
More or less.
Yes.
Within give or take a yard or two.
Yes.
That's extraordinary. Well, I'm rather lost for words.
It has to be a first.
Good heavens.
There's another surprise when Jeremy goes back another 10 years to 1851. The census shows his great-great-great-grandfather, yet another Thomas Paxman, living in Bradford with his children and grandchildren. But he's not from Yorkshire.
He was a rent agent, and he has a wife of 42. He has children who are a weaver, a comber, a weaver, a reeler, and they all must have migrated here. The mother and the father and the first 4 children are all born in Remlingham in Suffolk.
Jeremy's ancestors came to Bradford at the worst possible time. In the middle of the 19th century, it was a filthy, disease-ridden industrial city crammed with low-paid workers. The population had shot up from 16,000 to 100,000 in 50 years. The poorest workers slept on straw in vermin-infested cellars that flooded with sewage when it rained. They slaved for a pittance in mills owned by millionaires.
It's amazing. There must have been hundreds and hundreds of buildings just like this. Full. Smell, the noise, the smoke must have been amazing.
An eyewitness said going to Bradford was like descending into hell.
It obviously looks a whole lot better on a day like today when most of the chimneys have been knocked down and we've got a bright sunny day. But then, that contemporary account of a descent into the circles of hell when it would have been absolutely black with all the smoke from the chimneys and they're all living in houses which have no running water and no heating and no lighting. And you know, what I'd like to know is what it was that was a sufficiently strong force to make them get up, leave Suffolk and come to this dreadful place.